Hello students, welcome back. We went through most of the important parts related to systems of linear equations. There are several things we didn't cover yet. One is, what if we have 3 or more linear equations? Too complicated, I'm not going to cover it in this class. The other is, what if we have a system of nonlinear equations? Okay, that's a bit easier, so let's cover that. Here's a motivational example problem. Well, we don't need all these just yet. Excuse me, wrong cell. Okay, all right. Here's a motivational problem. 2x plus 3y is equal to 2. That's linear, all right. Now let's look at the next equation. X times y equals negative 4. That's not a linear equation. What is the degree? It's degree 2. Degree 1 times another degree 1, so degree 2. So the second equation is quadratic order. The first equation, degree 1 plus degree 1, so I don't have any multiplication, division, just addition, so degree 1. So that's linear, that's okay. The second equation is not linear. In that case, the elimination method just does not work. You have to use substitution. One way is to solve for one variable from the first equation, say solve for x, and plug it in, and if you plug it into the second equation, you're going to get a quadratic equation. Another is to solve for a variable from the second equation and plug it into the first. In that case, you're going to get a rational equation. What did I do here? I decided to solve from the first equation, and that's what I did. 2x plus 3y equals to 2, so solving for y. Okay, 3y is 2 minus 2x, and then dividing by 3, we get this. There's a fraction, so let me use a little bit bigger font. All right, this is y, so substitute it in place of y, and I get x times that thing is equal to negative 4, so what do we get? And we have a quadratic equation. Do you guys recall solving quadratic equation? From intermediate algebra, if you remember, great. If you don't, no. Everybody went through intermediate algebra, maths 1305, so you should know solving quadratic equation. Quadratic function, okay, maybe you don't know that, but quadratic equation, you should know that. How do you solve it? Flip the denominator to the other side, you get no denominator, yeah. Step 1, denominator. Step 2, parentheses, so break it up. And then step 3, take the like term, x squared term, x term, and the constant term. Everything in this standard form, right-hand side is equal to 0. And then simplify. Everything is an even number, divide by 2, so we get x squared minus x minus 6 equal to 0. What do you do next? Factor. It's an easy factorization, it's monic, so we get x plus 2 times x minus 3. Setting each one of those factors equal to 0, you get two solutions. X is negative 2 or x is 3. And you can check whether these are solutions or not. They're both solutions, and there you go. Systems of nonlinear equations. How important is this going to be? I'm not so sure, because this is business algebra. I mean, it doesn't mean that quadratic or higher does not show up in business problems. They do. It's just that 1000 level business algebra does not really go too much. So that's why I'm kind of hesitating. But as far as applicability is concerned, use of substitution, this is quite typical. Okay, so much for the system of nonlinear equation, and I went through it as quickly as possible. We'll discuss section 2 in a separate video.